Chapter 8. A Cover-Up. They know, Tom thought. He struggled against the buckles and straps that held him in the bed. Please, the doctor said, don't try to move. You'll only make things worse. You already have 3 broken bones, said the other doctor. Please try to be still. He held up a huge needle. Or else, he said, we'll have to sedate you. Tom stopped wriggling. That's better, said the first doctor. Then he slipped the X-ray onto a darkened screen. He was about to click the screen on when his beeper went off. The other doctors did too. They both looked at their beepers. We have to go, one of them said. We'll be back as soon as we can. Try not to struggle. Tom watched them leave. He saw them rush past the window and disappear down the hall. After they'd been gone for a couple of minutes, Tom started wriggling and trying to get out of the straps. It hurt his arm badly, but he had no choice. If he couldn't get out, they'd cut him open. Experiment on him. It took all his strength. Weak as he was, but he managed to free his left arm. His hand was numb, but he tried desperately to unbuckle the strap across his waist. It wouldn't open. Chapter 9. Escape. Tom let his head fall back onto the pillow. He caught his breath and stared at the ceiling. He listened to the voices in the hallway and the pinging and beeping of machines. He heard phones ringing and footsteps moving quickly down the halls. He heard the elevator ding. Phones, Tom realized. He looked to his left. On the little table next to the bed was a phone. Getting his hand on the phone hurt even more than struggling against the straps. It hurt, but he managed. He held the big, heavy mouthpiece between his ear and his shoulder. With his free hand, he reached over and dialed. It took a long time since he couldn't quite see numbers and had to do it by feel. Finally, the phone rang on the other end. Hello? Said a breathless young voice. Tom could hear other voices. Some of them loud and upset in the background. Herc? Tom said. Is that you? Tom! Herc said. Boy, am I glad to hear from you. Why are you answering the phone? Tom asked. What's going on down there? Where's Mr. Flute? He and Mr. Jinx are on their way to see you right now. On their way to see you right now, Herc said. Then Herc's voice changed. He was practically whispering. Listen, Tom, he said. Something has happened. You have to get out of there. I know, Tom said. I'm trying to escape, but I could only get my arm free. That's why I called. No, you don't understand, Herc said. Mr. Flute and Mr. Jinx are coming to get you. Tom heard voices in the hallway. Wait a second, Herc, Tom said. He leaned up to look out the window to the hallway. The doctors were walking back. I have to go, Tom snapped into the phone. Then he hung up quickly and put his left arm at his side. Sorry about that. one of the doctors said as they came in. They both stood near the X-ray screen. One of them clicked it on. "Now then," he said. He pointed at the X-ray. It was of a human leg. Part of the leg bone had big cracks. "This bone is broken here," the doctor said, "and here." There was a light tap on the window to the hallway. Tom looked and saw Mr. Jinx and Mr. Flute waving at him. The doctor opened the door, and the two orphanage directors came in. "Hello, Tom," Mr. Flute said. "Are they treating you well down here?" He winked. Chapter 10.